Hello, good morning, Jai Shri Krishna. I'm sure many of you might have watched the most popular Indian epics in this lockdown period. Yes, the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Though it may be their original or the older versions or the new one released later. But it's the same story. Yet, every time when you see or read these mythological epics, you learn a new and different lesson. And these epics have a great knowledge in them. They teach us to take the correct path in life. They inspire us to continue the good deeds. And they motivate us to work hard and honestly for our betterment as well as for the betterment of mankind. So, here I am, presenting before you 4 important and short stories from Mahabharata, which would inspire and make us positive in this pandemic period. So get ready for the first one. The mighty Narayani Sena. Lord Krishna was aware of the adharma and wrongdoings done by the Kauravas. Furthermore, Narayani Sena was said to be incomparable in terms of strength, skills, and valor. Then why did Lord Krishna give away such a powerful army to the enemy or the Kauravas? Have you ever wondered? Well, that's a simple answer. Krishna always wanted to make sure that history calls Mahabharata a war of 2 mighty armies far or more equal in strength. Krishna wanted to make one thing very clear. The history should remember the Mahabharata war as the victory of dharma over adharma, the victory of good over evil. Even after gaining the mighty Narayani Sena from Lord Krishna, the Kauravas still lost. So, there's an important moral in this story. Lord Krishna conveyed that no matter how strong your army is, if you are on the side of adharma, you are destined to lose. Or in today's life, no matter how less resources you have, if you follow the right path of truth and hard work, God will always let you win. Story number 2. Sahadev's promise of silence. When Pandu, the father of Pandavas, was about to die, he wished for his sons to take a part of his own brain so that they inherit his wisdom and knowledge. Only Sahadev undertook this golden opportunity and he literally took 3 bites of his father's brain. With these 3 bites, Sahadev inherited the knowledge of all the happenings that took place in the past, were happening in the present, and which will occur in the future. Sahadev was very excited with this amazing boon. So, he was running towards his mother to tell her the same. But Lord Krishna appeared and asked him a single question. Do you want your mother and brothers to be happy at the end, resting peacefully and satisfied? To this, Sahadev, being a dutiful son, answered a yes. So Lord Krishna asked him to take one single oath. Lord Krishna told Sahadev to promise that he would never reveal to anyone any happenings which were going to occur in the future or what all has happened in the past. Again, Sahadev promised with a yes. A simple moral which we learn from this important short story. We have always seen Sahadev as a silent warrior in the Mahabharata, which we have seen in the TV shows or which we have read in the books. But were you aware of this fact? I have no idea. Because to our own surprise, he was one of the most learned man in this epic. Which means we should never judge a person by his looks or outer appearance, because we never know what knowledge he endures in himself. Story number 3. Karna's biggest reward. We have always seen Karna as a mighty Danveer, but this story will also make you respect him a lot more. Karna was lying on the battlefield, gasping breath in his last moments. Lord Krishna assumed the form of an indigent Brahmin and approached him, wanting to test his generosity again. Krishna said, "Oh Karna, for a very long time I have been hearing about your reputation as a charitable person. Today, I come to you to ask for a very small gift." Karna said, "Certainly sir, ask what you want." Lord Krishna said, "I just want a very small quantity of gold so that I can feed my family." Karna opened his mouth, showed the gold fillings of his teeth and said, "O Brahmin, please take them and make yourself satisfied." Making a tone of revulsion, Lord Krishna said, "I am a Brahmin. I just cannot take your teeth dipped in blood. Do you expect me to do this?" Karna was astonished. Yet, he did not want to dissatisfy the Brahmin. He took a stone, broke his own teeth and gave it to the Brahmin. The Brahmin again said, Do you expect me to take this golden tea dipped in blood? This is just against the principles and I'll leave. I cannot accept this. Karna shouted and stopped the Brahmin from leaving. He took a bow and arrow and made a shot in the air. And to the Brahmin's surprise, it was raining, and it thoroughly cleaned the teeth. The Brahmin heartily accepted this gift. However, Karna was still in a confusion. He felt that the person was not an ordinary Brahmin, so he asked, "Sir, please can you reveal your true identity?" To which Krishna assumed his actual form and said, "Karna, I am very happy and glad with your generosity. Ask for any boon and I'll give it to you." To which Danveer Karna said, "O Krishna, to have the vision of the Lord before one's passing is the goal of human existence. You came to me and blessed me with your form. This is just enough for me." Lord Krishna was very happy. A simple moral which we learn from this short story. In spite of the fact that Karna was from the Kauravas side, he was still respected by every warrior in the field. Lord Krishna, or Lord Vishnu I would say, himself came to bless Karna on his own deathbed. Thus, your deeds decide your destiny and not your origin or caste. Always remember and work hard to make your parents proud. The final one, the untold story of VK. VK was a boy. He was born at the stroke of midnight. Sadly, on his birth, his parents were behind the bars, undergoing imprisonment. To save his only alive son, his father somehow escaped the guards of the prison and took him to another village, crossing a large distance, walking in heavy thunderstorm. For next 11 years, VK lived away from his actual parents. Still, he was taken care of and was happy. He never demanded something unusual and led a simple life as a cute child. 11.5 years later, VK met his parents. For that, he had to kill his own maternal uncle. In his life journey, VK had to leave behind his true love and his best friend for the sake of mankind. In the next few years, VK had to leave his own parents and his own family, and he went to his aunt's place. In the upcoming years, VK himself had to kill his real cousins and their family members to ensure the safety of humanity and dharma. He himself saw the destruction of one of the biggest clans in the history, but did not shed a single tear. Later on, VK also saw his own family and kingdom being destroyed due to internal fights, and it all submerged under the ocean. At last, when he was taking a sound sleep, a sharp arrow struck him on his toe. Though it had hit him mistakenly, still he forgave the shooter and died. I'm sure you all might have guessed who is the protagonist of this sad story of VK. He's none other than our favorite Vasudev Krishna. Just imagine when Lord himself underwent so many obstacles and problems throughout his life, but did not shed a single tear, dealing with them appropriately and emerging successful. If he can do it as a person, as a human being, we can also do the same thing. So in this pandemic period, I wish good health and best wishes to each and everyone watching this video and to their families as well. Stay happy, stay safe, and just do one thing. Every day, at least for once, thank God for you can see your family. Thank God for you have food to eat. Thank God for you have a home to stay. Thank God for you have a life to live. That's me, KRK, signing off. Jai Shri Krishna.